Hi everyone, welcome back. Hyla's here, and as you've seen in the title, I say this every video. I feel like I say this every single video, but in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my January movie and book wrap up. I think would be fun. Also like putting the movies I've watched in the month because I'm a film student and I watch some movies. So, without much talking, let's get to the month of January. So, January is a very slow month for me because it's winter break. I don't have anything to do, so I have a lot of free time. And let's go through, firstly, the movies. I'm here on my Letterboxd. Okay, let's start with the movies I watched in January. So, first movie I watched this year was on the 1st of January, and it was Spider-Man No Way Home. It was a rewatch. It was just playing on the TV while me and my family were just cooking. So, it wasn't like a very... I wasn't sitting down and completely focusing on it, but since I had watched it, I was literally just listening to it. It was fun. Everybody loved that movie. Hopefully. I feel like everybody does, but if you don't, leave me a comment telling me why. Then on the same day, me and my family, we locked in watching Divergent. Yes, I had never watched Divergent. And they played the three movies, the trilogy, but I didn't watch the three of them. We only watched the first one, and we were all locked in. We were like, maybe she's doing that. No, she's going to be doing that. Locked in. It's obviously not a perfect movie. It has a lot of plot holes, but we don't talk about that. We do not talk about that. Because that man with the tattoo, he is the man, and he knows it. Okay, then on my Letterboxd, usually I log like the TV shows that they have. They have some K-dramas and things. Then I watched, on the 2nd of January, I finished watching the Jungkook I Am Still documentary. This is obviously because I love K-pop. Have a few K-pop albums there. Yeah, and actually, my bias is Jimin, but there's something about Jungkook that he's so me, I'm so him, we're literally the same person. I don't know. And I feel like he is a very hardworking person, and I see him struggle a lot with that, and yeah, it was just so sad. I cried. Why do I cry at these things, you know? When I watched BTS, like the show they did a show in Busan, and then they put it on the screens here in Portugal, and I went to see it with my bestie, and like I wanted to cry. Because you see the artwork these people put into their music, into their choreo, into their music videos, into everything, and seeing it pay off actually makes me feel very happy, because I'm like, my hard work will pay off. I know it will. Okay, then on the 6th of January, I watched Marie Antoinette, which is so strange to say it in the English wording. I don't even know, but it was really good, really good. I give it. I'm not saying the ratings I give, but I'm probably putting it here. But this one, pretty iconic, you know, but it's not life-changing. I think the only life-changing thing they did was like, let them eat cake. That's such nonsense. I would never say that. I'll have that engraved in my brain forever. But like the best thing of the movie is the artistry thing, is the fashion. It's the there's one sequence where they put like, I don't know if it's breakfast foods or whatever. That's such a cool thing. Like, oh my god. That was the coolest thing of that movie. But yeah, it's not life-changing. But then I watched a life-changing movie on the 14th, I went and watched Interstellar. That was insane because Interstellar was 10 years old last year, and here in Portugal it came to IMAX in January, and I had never seen Interstellar. So I went to see Interstellar. I have a vlog where I talk about it. Insane. I feel like I haven't cried in the theaters as much as I cried watching Interstellar. It's life-changing, actually. That one is life-changing. The only thing is that I feel like the characters, and this is gonna sound insane, the characters are not very deeply explored. Like, they're there to serve the plot, not the plot to serve them as characters, and it's fine. It's completely fine. But I'm someone who prefers a bit of a plot serves characters rather than character serves plot. But this was a good surprise. I was actually already thinking it would be a very great movie because, yeah. But I had fun. So if you've never watched Interstellar, maybe you should. Or maybe you should wait for it to go to IMAX in like 20 years and you'll watch it again. No, actually, life-changing watching. That was the first time I watched anything on IMAX. Very good. Very good. Amazing. Okay, then. I watched a movie that cutie pies. It's called Young Hearts. And I think it's a Swedish. It's a movie from Sweden. A Swedish movie, if I'm not mistaken. This is there's this kid, and then he gets a new neighbor, and it's, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's the sweetest love story ever. And there's this guy I follow on Instagram. He's Brazilian. He has a tattoo for this movie, and it's My Petit Copain. And I was like, no, that's so cute. He also has a bicycle under it. You need to watch this movie. Like, if you just want to see a cute, lovey teenage thing, you go watch it. I feel like for a lot of LGBTQ plus people, like, we never got to experience this type of thing because we were in the fucking closet. But to see this happening to other people, even if it's a fictional thing, I'm very happy to see that. And yeah, my heart was so warm. I was like, oh my god, this is the sweetest. I'll never forget them. Okay. And then I watched the best movie I watched this month. This deserves the winning prize. And it's called How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies. I won't. If I talk too much about it, I'll cry. So I'll just say, this has the main boy is Bilkin, and he was in I Told the Sunset About You. I cried watching that series. Now imagine how much I cried watching this movie. I've been following Bilkin for so many years, and now seeing him act in this movie, I was like, oh, just another fun little movie with Bilkin on it. No. I cried my eyes out. Specifically because this is the plot. Basically, the grandma has cancer and he moves in with her to live with her. She's the best grandma ever. And there's these scenes about she really wants to have a great grave where when she dies, she wants her grave to be pretty and big, and she struggles to get money, like to have enough money to do that, but that's literally her biggest wish. And like, they're so this is not a movie for the weak. This is a movie about mundane. It's a movie about family and about what you follow. If you follow your heart, if you follow your brain, if you follow what other people think you should do. Insane. 5 stars, everything. This movie is everything, and I'll remember this forever. Forever. I wish this movie to come to the theaters in Portugal at least once. Like I will clear my agenda for that day, and I will go watch it. Okay, then on the 27th, I watched Wicked. I didn't have the opportunity to watch Wicked on the cinemas, on the theaters. Sorry, in Portugal it's called cinema. I didn't have time for that, but I watched it on my computer. And yeah, served all the vocals. But I gave it 5 stars, but sincerely, I was expecting something else, like something more. But amazing design, fashion, like clothing design. Amazing songs, obviously amazing voices. And I really think Ariana Grande should have worn blush. Give that girl a bit of blush. She needs that. Give my girl Galinda a bit of blush. Her obsession with pink, it's pretty much me. You see those? That's a bit of purplish, but yeah. Do you see these? No, seriously. Me and pink like this. Even though I don't look like that, me and pink, we are like this. Okay, last movie of the month. I watched Fresh, and it was actually a great surprise. My friend was always like, oh my god, Carol, you need to watch Fresh. You need to watch Fresh. And I was like, I'll watch Fresh. And I was with my cousins, and we were like, let me open my Disney Plus and see which movies are here. And we always like to watch horror movies together. And I was like, this one seems nice. And we were all like watching Fresh together. Insane. Like, we were like screaming at each other and being like, trying to find what was happening. We were like, oh my god, no, whatever. Really fun. This is a great movie to watch with friends. So yeah, that was it for movies. Now we're going to the books. I have my reading journal here. I think I'll go with that. Let's open here. I read 7 books. A lot of them have videos on my channel, or will have after this wrap up, because, I have to film videos in advance. But let's go to them. First one was Daisy Hates, which I gave 3.5 stars. Well, it's here. I read it in the physical copy. It wasn't everything I thought it would be, because Magnolia Parks was also a 3.5 stars for me, and I actually thought Daisy Hate's story would be better, but the same things I did not like in Magnolia Parks, I did not like in Daisy Hates. And it's always the last, like the third act is always really bad. Like, it's like I'm not interested anymore I'm interested to the first and second act, then I get to the third act and I'm like, please please just end. So I don't know if it's a me thing or it's just these first books thing. I still want to read the rest of the series, because now I want to know what happens, but it's not even close to a fave thing ever. They're good, you have fun, like you are entertained, but towards the end it gets a bit boring. Then I read Ghosted. Well, I read this one because Sarah Caroli was always talking about it. And I like to see the hype of things, and I read it. It was fun. Read it in like 2-3 days maybe. And the kid in this movie, not in this movie, the kid in this book is the absolute cutest. I can't. She's so sweet, and she's like, Dad, whatever. Amazing. I also like the thing where, like, if you don't know anything about Ghosted, basically there's this actor, he's like a Marvel actor, but in this universe is another name. Marvel is another name. And he like This is a second chance romance. Basically, he went to be an actor, and the girl stayed there raising their child, their little girl. And yeah, that's how it starts. This is me trying not to, like, when I go into reading, I like to go blindly, and I'm not trying to expose everything to you guys, because I don't know if you also want to go blindly into things. But yeah, Ghosted was fire. Pretty fast paced, didn't feel bored. But yeah, it was nothing that I have never read yet. So, 4 stars. Then I started my Reading the Addicted series, and I read the 3 first books. First one, Addicted to You, was a 4.5 stars. I'm obsessed with Lo and Lily. I'm like... You can see there, I have another book of theirs. Oh my god. What can I say? I made a full video talking about these 3 books, so if you really want to hear my, like, crazy takes on this, you have to go there. Then I read Ricochet, 4 stars, and Addicted for Now, that's the year, that I gave 5 stars. Yes, I only bought that one because I was reading it on my Kindle, and I was like, I need to underline this on a physical copy. I need to do this. So I had to, and I did, and I bought that one. I don't know if I'll buy the full series, because that's book, whatever, 6th or 7th book. That's the 7th book right there. So yeah, I have the 3rd and the 7th. Don't know if I'll buy the other ones or not. It depends on how much I like them. I'm really trying to not buy books just so I have a complete series or whatever. That really doesn't matter to me. So if I like it, I like it. If I don't like it, I don't buy it. Period. Okay, then I read Bear Town. That's here. And it was a pleasant experience. But I'm not going to continue this trilogy. There's so much pain in this book. It's so... Oh my god. I'm just having flashbacks. I can't. These books are painful, and I don't know if I can do that, you know? So, my favorite character was Benji. I simply... Wow. His actions, his thoughts, everything just touched me so deeply that I wanted to cry. And I already know what happens in the last book. And if you've read it, yeah, that's why I'm not going to read it. I cannot bear that happening. Ever. So, if I don't read it, it has never happened. Period. Then, the last book I read in January was Genderqueer. Such a cute graphic novel. I gave it 5 stars, obviously. And that book, that's a hard thing to do, you know? When an author is able to put their whole story into something so magnificent and so sweet, still having all the pain and all the suffering that they went through, that's insane. And actually, I cried a bit finishing that. But Genderqueer it's such a personal story that I could never rate it under 5 stars. What do you mean you're telling me your whole life story and I'm judging you by it? Obviously, I'm not gonna judge you of it. But I think I don't have a lot to say. These wrap-ups are just for me to babble a few thoughts and not really explaining anything about the books. But if you guys want to check a few of my actual thoughts on these books, you can follow me on Goodreads. You can watch my vlogs when I've read them, because only Genderqueer I haven't read it in a vlog. The other ones I have, so if you're interested, you can go back to my vlogs or the next ones that will follow up, and you will have fun, I'm sure. And yeah, I think this is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a like, and yeah, share this video with a friend if you want to. And I'll probably see you next week. Bye!